Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, man? Jesus Shutterworth, the God, go artist, aka LB, Lauderdale Boss. You know what it is. RingGangRadio.com in the building. It's Monday night boxing talk. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ring gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King People, Digger People, Digger Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. Nobody's banned. I made me some money this weekend. So, you know, when I make some money, nobody's banned. I'm not banning it. I'm in too good of a mood to hand out bannings when I win me some money.
Sure, the
especially
fuck
boxing
did.
money.
We bet 25, hit that on that. Was it? It was like, what was it? It wasn't. No, you won 1,400.
Round 12, that 12th round KO.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fucking lick, bro. Like, you know, that's good shit though. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. You know, again, get these gambling wins, man. Also, all it's gonna do is just gonna fuel our gambling addictions, though. That's what's gonna happen. Although you've had several of these type of wins, anyways, nigga. So yeah.
Yes, I have.
Word up, yo. But I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender, preparing for liftoff. Ring in radio. That's where we're flying. Never lying. You know what it is.
Okay, remix. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Conscious Pilot, you stays elevated above the clouds. You dig? So yeah, man. You know, we're coming off a very interesting weekend of boxing. You know, Top Rank again delivered an unexpected Fight of the Year candidate in the main event, though. Before we get into that, though, because like I said, you know, I was in the house. You know what I'm saying? I drove up for 4+ hours to Verona, you know, where Turning Stone Resort Casino is in there. And, you know, I was disappointed because I got to stop, because I kept telling these motherfuckers I was to stop and get me some fucking Roy Rogers. But that rest there is getting all fucking renovated and shit. It was closed down. Everything was closed down there. So I had to drive by that area like a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at that pissed. I couldn't get no damn Roy Rogers, but that's all right though. That's right. You know, like I said, though, at least it was during the day, you know, so like, you know, there was light in the sky and everything like that. So yeah, you know, I was in the house for that. Like I said, you know, Turnstone, I love going there, like, you know, because it's a whole vibe. Everyone, you know, you do all that shit over there, and you know, there's always something going on. It's a mall, it's a casino, it's an event center, all that shit. So yeah, no, so yeah, this is my first card of the year for the whole featherweight doubleheader. But yeah, no, it was like I said, things that I saw. Number one, you know, I got to dap up Flavor Flav. You know what I'm saying? I wish I got on the phone, but I actually left my fucking phone at the media table. So it was just like, you know, and then by the time I went back to go, you know, to maybe try to get a picture, there's a whole line that, you know, everyone that wanted to meet Flavor Flav. You know what I'm saying? Flavor Flav, though, I'll say this, he's a generous celebrity, because usually because most celebs, some, you know, just don't like having that much attention on them like that, or just want to, you know, just be left alone. But Flavor Flav, though, like, motherfucker would just be sitting there chilling, and then people were just coming up to him, you know, shaking the hand, taking pictures, like doing all. One actually hugged him around the knees or some shit like that. That shit was kind of crazy. So I was just like, you know, that I was like, damn, like he, you know, that, you know, that's a generous celeb too. And of course he was there because he's Nico Ali Walsh's godfather. So yeah, so I got there. His brother was there. His mom's there. Muhammad Ali's daughter was there, and I think his cousins or whatever. They were all up in there to go see it, because Nico was like the second fight on the prelim. I don't know if you guys saw Nico fight the Nico fight, but yeah, like I said, though, God bless him. You know, like I said, he's trying.
He might have peaked. I mean, you know, he is who he is. You know.
Yeah, but he gets hit way too fucking much.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. He peaked. I mean, you know, it's what it is. You know, he's
peaked as a prospect. Shit.
He hasn't looked good. I mean, if you watch the fight, he lost. Like,
I did end up seeing that fight, and you guys were all right. I remember how we talked about it. Like, yeah.
There's no way that little African dude should have beat, 154 middleweight. You know, I don't know. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
just beat him up for hustling. Like, damn.
I mean, obviously, Top Rank's not gonna get rid of him because obviously, the Ali connection and Bob, Owen, Ali, Muhammad Ali, all a whole debt of gratitude and shit like that, though. And on top of that, he's just fighting as a middleweight. Middleweight is a weak division right now, so Bob is still scheming to somehow get a WBO middleweight belt around this nigga's waist before on some shit. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure he's determined and dedicated to that, though. But I mean, every time I see him, though, he's just getting hit way too much. Like, he has a chin, sure, but it's just like he gets hit way too goddamn much. Let me ask
you a question real quick. How would you fare against Troy Isley?
Troy Isley will whoop his ass.
You knock him out pretty early, right? I mean,
I don't know if you knock him out, but Troy would whoop his ass, and also shout out to Troy Isley because, like I said, we talked about them because Top Rank be hating on that young man, like. Top Rank, like they let him know that he was on the clock and he successfully, and then he's been fighting better. So I guess that's what it's the thread that because it was the same thing for F.A. Ajaba. It was like, oh wait a minute, Bob was like, oh wait a minute, this young man needs to be more exciting. And
I don't know about Eddie Hearn was just like that with Berlanga. Like
a lot of those PBC,
these niggas ain't playing no more.
Duke Reagan, Haven Brady, there's a few like Shushu was looking down like that, but the thing with Troy Isley is he has pedigree. Like he used to box with Shakur and them, in the Olympics.
Yeah, he had pedigree, but he was looking kind of mid for a minute. Like he was struggling a little bit too much. And Top Rank doesn't. Top Rank is just ruthless with prospects that be struggling a little bit too much. And then, like I said, you could tell he was on the clock because Bradley and them were all on some were disparaging dude on camera, like on TV. Like it was like he's fighting. He's just trying to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's
like what about Big Baby? I heard he was getting disparaged as well this weekend.
Honestly, it's a shame too because that dude should be the next American hope. But yeah, honestly, if he takes one loss, that's probably gonna be it for him. If he takes one bad beating, that's probably gonna be it for him. Like, dude is mentally not there.
How was the knockout for Troy Isley? How was that knockout? Like was it a crazy reaction?
It was, and people were fucking with it. People were cheering because like he broke dude down, and then stopped him. Like let's say though, Troy. I mean, he meant business. Like he had he shaved his hair and everything. Like, motherfucker was out here looking like fucking Marvin Hagler and shit.
He reminds me a little bit in the same sense of Sean Porter and Tim Bradley. Like he's strong physically and a good boxer. He doesn't have really power, but he's strong. You know what I mean?
No, he was punching. No, dude was punching. Like he was fucking Hernandez up. He was.
He's one of the better middleweight prospects we have. I mean, really.
He is, but Top Rank needs to start treating him like one. Like like I said, instead of trying to do something to get rid of him. But the other prospects, Floyd, Cashflow, Diaz, like dude has no type of power. Like I mean, like I said, because he threw everything at the kitchen sink at that, and he was facing a real true blue journeyman. But that journeyman was hitting him far too frequently to, it was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? And that journeyman was hurting him at times too. At least that's what it looked like to me. Like I said, but like I said, dude is young, so maybe his man strength hasn't kicked in yet. But he's talented, but yeah, something has to change. However, Brian Norman,
about defense, you don't need man strength to kick in for defense, though.
That's also true too. But yeah, because the journeyman got his rhythm down. Like, because every time Cashflow dropped his hands, the journeyman was like hitting him with like right hands, like clean right hands. Like you could see because you could tell he was getting hit because Cashflow had them Paulie Malignaggi braids that night. So
Cashflow's like running late to sparring and everything and all the events. Like he might be pro box down here soon, really.
Yeah, if he's not careful though. But Brian Norman Jr., that motherfucker should be out. Like, honestly, I don't see it with that dude. That dude put on another mid performance. Fucking Boca Chica dropped him hard in the first round. Like Brian Norman was in trouble, and then I think in the second round, both guys got cut. Like one was an elbow, the other one was a punch, and stuff like that. But Top Rank did something real dirty. Like they let him go up for the third round, and like I said, Boca Chica was boxing him up. But then after that, they kind of stopped the fight. They, just like, okay, no, this is the cuts are too much. we are, we're gonna go to the since it didn't go 4 rounds, and it's gonna be a no contest, and the crowd was not fucking with that at all because they knew Brian Norman was about to go catch an L.
Yeah, Boa Chica is pretty solid. Like he went the distance with Villa. He got dropped, but on a showbox card, he went the distance with Villa. He lost on Pro Box, but he's a good fighter. Norman, because he's notorious for giving Bud and Tank sparring, but ever since he went on Top Rank, his power hasn't translated. His KO percentage is fake.
Well, the funny thing too is like you would think this motherfucker would be a bad. Like he's like 23-0 with 19 knockouts. You would think that he's a bad motherfucker too, because he was the original BK Prime fighter, but he's looked mid. Like ever since he's come to top, he's been looked like super mid. Like none of his I don't know. Like I don't know what they see in him, but I see absolutely nothing. Like dude is gonna get upset one day, sooner than later. But at least with Brian Norman though, at least at least he acknowledged that he was mid too. So it wasn't like he's like fuck y'all for saying that I suck. That type of shit. Like he acknowledged that he was mid that night. And I hope they do run back the fight with Boca Chica because, like I say, he was gonna win on those. No, actually no. There was already gonna be scorecard fuckery, from what I understand.
Well, didn't that cut come from a punch? So, like, if the fight went on and the cut got bad, Norman would have won, maybe. What they. But
well, no, the cut that stopped it because it was Boca Chica's cuts because he had like 3 different cuts. That was from like the headbutt. So it was like, if they stopped it, it was going to be a no contest. It was going. It was but either way, Boca Chica was supposed to win that fight instead of getting the no contest. So
it was heating up too. Welterweight's division moving slow. It looked like a good fight. It was going to be a good fight. It's a shame.
Yeah, no, but like I said, I just don't see it with that guy at all. And and Rohan Polanco, again, a good quality prospect. He put some foot to ass that night. So like people, there was a good sizable Dominican contingent in that audience too. I didn't realize how much, but I just not just in the crowd too, but even some of the top ranked staff. Like there's Dominicans like everywhere. I didn't even that shit was crazy. And then let me acknowledge the comments real quick. Let's see, from Adari Pennant. Can you imagine a hybrid cross mix between Terrence Crawford and Jerome Ennis, but as a heavyweight boxer? No.
It's not like that, bro. I know you won't fight. I know we need a new fight night, but nah.
Yeah, as a heavyweight, like that type of connection as a heavyweight, like you need heavyweights. These heavyweights don't have any work rate. So it's like
and the skill level just ain't there for a lot of these heavyweights, man. Like the polish, that guys like Boots and Crawford have, like nah, like
like those type of heavyweights kind of died out probably maybe like 15 years ago at least. That type of skill set.
When the NBA,
like maybe 2007, 2006,
right? All our heavyweights are in the NFL and NBA.
Yeah, that's.
Nah, because when them niggas come here, they be trash too. So,
but I'm saying, like
these niggas. Nah, I'm not gonna give the fucking football, basketball excuse.
It's the money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not the money, bro. Because boxers make money, and heavyweights they look out for you more than any other division in heavyweight.
Yeah, the foundation is just not good.
A lot of these guys ain't really like I don't know, maybe heavyweight trainers are different right now, but these like you're not seeing skilled heavyweights like you see all these other weight classes.
Well, I think you can even say a middleweight, like a wide receiver stature. There's probably some NFL wide receivers if they grew up boxing. I'm just saying niggas that were just athletic and a beast, they would be a good boxer. But the money, the contracts are crazy, and your rookie contract can make more money than you would in boxing. So I'm just saying, like, I feel like that plays a role now these days.
Boxing harder to get into. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's in this.
It's also hard.
You got to have a plan. You got to have a discipline to get into boxing. These niggas, if you a jock at school doing football, like we all know, like these niggas was getting handed opportunities, like schoolwork, all that shit. Like you ain't really got to do extra shit. Just go to practice. Everybody's doing the logistical shit for you. Boxing, you're going to be more hands-on with your career than you are going to be in any other sport.
Right, and you have to be hands-on because if you're not hands-on,
because you can fucking die.
Yeah.
Like Europe from 175 to heavyweight, they're kind of all the top fighters are from Eastern Europe and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you see how the skills, like everybody's skilled until you get to like cruiserweight, it kind of starts tapering off, and then you're like heavyweight, and it's like you get these big motherfuckers, you get the Wilders, you get these other niggas who
And it's not even like the A-level fighters. I was watching Lemon Brewster versus Clifford ATN, and those motherfuckers were throwing combinations, like the high work rate combinations, shit like that. Like
good form, technique, all of that. Like you don't see that now. Like you don't see like the craft in these guys. You'll see a few, they're out there, but it's really thin now. Like you'll have like a handful in every type of, like from the top 30, you'll have maybe like 2. The top 20, you'll have about 3 or 4. Top 15 is like 1 or 2. Top 10, like
the Black Americans, like the early 2000s, you had Shannon Briggs and Chris Bird, guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Black American niggas that
Yeah, but they like 90s era though.
Late 90s, yeah. I'm just saying, like the 90s, 2000s. I'm just saying,
kind of mid 90s, nigga.
No, they were early 90s, book.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you
in the 90s and 2000s. I mean, they fought through the early 2000s too. I'm just saying that's when those contracts got crazy, man. Like the NFL had to restructure the rookie contract because they were overpaying niggas that were getting injured and not playing. Sam Bradford shuts out.
It's easy when you got a football team. Oh, hold on, man. I know more comments coming. My bad. I know we digressed a little bit. What it do, Android? Pat, good post-fight interview there. Yeah, salute. Troy Isley is improving fast. Yeah, you got to when people trying to put you on the chopping block.
Right.
And thank you, Android. Shit, everyone just pot shots these days. But everyone's not fucking Roy Jones. And the thing is, Roy Jones was pot shotting like at like 20-second clips. These dudes are pot shot. Walk around the ring a little bit, move, pose. 45 seconds later, pot shot. Yeah. Like there's no intensity with the pot shots and whatever style these motherfuckers want to box with. Yo, Pat, who was messing with the lights?
Yeah, at first things too is I thought maybe the first
shout out Marquise, my bad. I just read it.
Marquise, I joked around with Pat. I'm like, yo, is the Undertaker about to make an appearance at the Turning Stone? Like, what's going on with these lights?
The first time I thought it was just like the light guys just fucking around with it or trying to do something. But the second one, like this shit, like legit went out. Like I don't know what happened, but it was just like, it was like, yo, like it was like, what the fuck is this? But once it came back on, obviously, it stayed on. But I was just like, yo, that shit was kind of iffy because I thought it was just they were just doing some like in arena adjustments or whatever. But something was fucking up. Somebody was fucking up. And Android Big Baby does have good combos though. Yeah, but he does. But he doesn't have a fighter's heart or mentality.
Yeah, it's like these niggas, they'll check off so many boxes, but then the real important ones you be really hoping for is the one where it's be like, shit, bro. Like, I don't care if he was the heavyweight Rocky Juarez. Like, stop fucking up. Exactly. Have the heart.
Yeah, get some heart. Just take this shit seriously. The money will come. If you want it. You know what I mean?
I feel like that Charles Martin fight spooked him. Like all this shit started happening after that fight. Like all the wilding out and now the police chase bullshit, and it's like, bro, you're undefeated. Like you still have a career. What the fuck are you doing?
Jones interview, him saying he doesn't want to be a world champ. Like it's kind of, I mean, I'm sure he wants to.
I've already dismissed him because, like I said, he doesn't talk like a fighter, and I have little patience for fighters that don't talk like fighters. Like he's in the win. Until you realize you're trying to beat somebody in this game.
I guess I'm the Torres, but no, I mean Anderson still he'll be a champ, but he
was doing the police chase for you too.
I'm sure he'll get a vacant WBO or something, down the line.
I mean, at this point, he may as well like just use that engagement. But damn, like I don't even know the particulars of that. I just heard it because I didn't even get to see the card live. Like I just saw the main event the next day.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is they were fucking. I mean, the Bradley and them were talking about it on the air, and he didn't like it and shit like that. But nigga, no one told you to fucking lead the cops on the chase. Like, slow your ass down. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I get it. It's like they both have points because they're reporting the news, really. But there's a way you go about it if you're still trying to have a decent product. And if you're gonna get on the guy to that extent, like, then I don't think you should even bring it up. If you're gonna have a whole like circle jerk session about disrespecting dude and going so far with it, it just kind of tastes, especially when I can see if you belong to another platform, I can kind of see it a little more. But your own person that you've had headline and you made cards around, like, it's kind of too much. Regardless, like, let the niggas like us, the podcast niggas, had that.
They shouldn't have brought it up at all. It was dumb of them to even bring it up.
Yeah, like I can understand it. They had the little sports ticker at the bottom of the screen, and it gets,
No, I mean they have to report it. I feel like, what I'm saying. I understand why he's mad, but I'm saying, like, you have to report that.
But it was the way they reported it. I was just like,
I thought he was gonna keep saying something. My bad. Like,
Kriegel likes his fucking pity fucking soliloquies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
drama.
He loves talking about that. Teofimo Lopez and all these struggles and everything every single time.
That, what? Honestly, he's the fucking representation of a lot of the YouTubers with boxing. Like, they don't really care about anything else, the sport itself or the skills, the technique, the history. They just care about that story, the drama. And yeah, like, they said, which is crazy. LOL, guy had a camera mounted on the trunk. What the? How you know all this? Like, you was in the car, Android? You should have told him to chill.
Yeah.
Damn, crashing off of fucking YouTube, really?
Yeah. All I want Jerry Anderson to do is just to announce a fucking fight and stay the fuck out of trouble. Like, seriously, like.
Because honestly, you don't have to do, like, I don't know. It's like people doing all these extremes to get clout when you already have a type of vehicle. No pun intended. Like, the vehicle is boxing. And all you got to do is just find ways to just be more creative with your brand, with what you do. And y'all think like y'all had to be smoking. Like, who passed the blunt to the nigga that said, yo, do a car chase? Like, because I don't know how, like, out of all the things you could do, like, that's like you telling a chef, like, oh, you want to blow up? Hey, nigga, skydive with chili in the air. Like, what? Like, I really got to do that? Like, like, jeez. But yeah, I hope it just, if you're going to go in that far, just don't report it at all to me. Like, especially it's like from the clip I seen, it seemed like they treated dude like he was Tank.
Yeah.
And I could expect that if they did that with him. And even it'd still be wrong, but.
Well, it's called the state of boxing, so I can see that, like, yeah, but the way they talk about it, Tim Bradley got.
But then state the boxing, like, leave all the extras for the podcast niggas. Like, true. All the person, like, y'all don't have the personality to be speaking on certain shit and doing it in an objective, non-biased manner. Like, y'all, like, I wouldn't even want to be fucking with them niggas if I'm Jared right now.
Right.
Like, y'all only put niggas on the platform to shit on them. Yeah. Y'all ain't gonna do no Lomachenko like that. Like, y'all didn't promote the Lomachenko-Haney fight like that when Lomachenko had like half of Ukraine not fucking with him. I was reading the reports and articles and shit.
I mean, Anderson is, in a sense, he's right when he said I can leave because he has Jay Prince, he's a heavyweight. I'm sure Eddie Hearn or PBC would sign him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be a hot free agent, especially if he didn't have a lot. Especially if he's still undefeated. So it's like,
and they probably could get him better fights.
Yeah, because Bob Arum, I mean, the glass ceiling business model. You know what I mean?
He had the glass ceiling now. Charles Martin was the glass ceiling. Like, who else are gonna give this nigga?
got rocked twice. That's crazy.
And Charles Martin had to actually come over to Top Rank to fight it.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like y'all may as well just go to the place that has these guys already. Exactly. Guy has a golden opportunity as the next big heavyweight. Yeah, like, and he's fucking it up. You don't want to do that extra shit. Like, you're trying to swim with sharks and you're a heavyweight. You're trying to do all this extra shit. Like, hard police chase. You think you Tango and Cash or Lethal Weapon or some shit. Like, nigga, throw a fucking jab in the gym, motherfucker. Damn.
Back so, but yo, just to get back on topic, the first of the featherweight main events with Luis Alberto Lopez and Raya Abi. Yo, I swear Lopez hits hard as fuck in person. Like I didn't realize how hard he fucking punches. Like honestly, because I'm asking the Japanese guy. I mean, obviously they kept on bigging up that he moves a lot, he's defensive and everything like that, but Lopez closed his eyes. He closed his eye within 2 fucking rounds. Like because Abby's corner was. I was right behind Abby's corner though, and his eye was already like. I don't know how Lopez gets away with fighting the way he fights. Like dude puts like 200% every punch he throws. He lunges.
He has a weird, awkward style. I don't like it's it's hard to explain, but it works for him. You know what I'm saying?
It works for him, yeah, because he's super unorthodox.
Yeah.
Like he throws these weird punches. He throws the weird uppercuts. He's like, funny thing is, he fights like Navarrete in a way, but like a smaller version of him.
He got like a little bit of
a Mexican Hamed. Like,
I mean, he lunges in like Augustus, awkward like Mayorga. I don't know, just a couple names. It's hard to compare his style, but he has an awkward style.
Yeah, but it works because when dude lands punches, he's fucking these guys up. Like, and the funny thing is, I'll be like, and the doctor like it was like because it was so bad, the doctor kept on going to Abi's corner like almost every fucking round and having to take like extra measures just to check to see if dude's eye was you can see out of the eye and everything like that. It's kind of getting annoying. The crowd wasn't fucking with that at all. It's like hey, but the thing is like Abi kept on taking more and more of a punishment. So it's like you gotta keep checking his eye, but you're not even taking a look to see these guys taking a lot of punishment. So finally, I think the ref had to like come in like after he kind of absorbed like a couple uppercuts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like Lopez is on a hot streak right now. Like Lopez is probably maybe a good victory or unification away from probably getting into a pound for pound list. He's close. Because like I say, I mean, with the of Warrington, like he's fucking these guys up like big time.
Real quick, how would Shushu fare against him? Right? I mean, I think Shushu might need another step up, but how would Shushu or like Robeisy Ramirez go against Venado? I mean, who would you favor? Honestly,
Robeisy Ramirez would probably. I could see him losing because Lopez is you have to fight him a certain way, like in order like. And Ramirez, kind of like he kind of likes to he'll throw, but he kind of likes to he kind of is not as defensively responsible as he should be.
How would Shushu?
He's not the best at closing out fights either.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's not.
And if you're a guy who could close out fights good, like you probably be better off for Lopez because Lopez kind of starts off fast. Although I didn't get to see this last recent fight, just speaking off in general with dude.
Yeah,
he kind of starts at a good clip.
Yeah, I mean Warrington was able to like kind of because he can close out strong. So like that's why we were saying like Warrington might have actually won that fight, but they just gave it to him. They gave
I thought we got the hometown, because it was close. It was actually pretty close in the fight.
It was close, yeah.
But that's the closest fight we've seen Lopez in like since
in a while. Yeah,
like nobody could like hang on Conlon. Oh my goodness, like no one can hang with dude.
Would Carrington hang with him?
Yeah, hell yeah. The fuck?
Yeah.
Well, because he hasn't had to step up yet, so I'm just saying,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I wanted to do that as a step up. Like,
no, he needs one more. He needs like a Joette.
You kind of going like 3 steps.
Feed him Joette. You know what I'm saying? Feed Joette.
Now Joette, okay, I give you that. Like, that's the fight. That's a better fight. I think he'll beat the shit out of Joette.
I mean, I will say this though, Lopez though. I mean, honestly, if he keeps his belt long enough, he could probably be Monster's first opponent when he actually does go to featherweight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know because that was
trying to make Monster turn into the all-time great, top 10.
I mean, because they were definitely talking about mentioning that fight, like fighting Monster. Listen, so yeah, But Lopez, though, like I said, I mean, it was one sided. You know, I mean, it wasn't like Abby tried to like hit him with counters, but if he doesn't respect your power, you're not, you know, he's gonna keep coming at you and he's gonna keep throwing. You know, because you know Abby didn't have enough power to keep him off him and to protect his eye. So yeah, it was just like it was one sided as one sided can be though, but it was an entertaining one sided fight. So you know, like I say, it was ass whooping. But that main event was everything. You know, like Top Rank again delivered another Fight of the Year candidate. You know, with Ford-Kholmatov and Raymond Ford, man. Like
I mean, they better with no PBC around right now. Shit, this their chance to get the head started for the year.
You know, facts too. I mean, they're already up at least 4 fights. Like they have at least 4. So
because think about this: at the end of it, next January 1st or 2nd, wherever the fuck when we do the end of the year awards, if Top Rank isn't the best platform for boxing or has the best fights, it's gonna be it says something then, because y'all had like a real like first 2.5 months start.
Right.
That's all I got to say on that though.
Yeah,
great fight.
Kholmatov Ford is easily the leading Fight of the Year candidate so far right now.
That was a crazy fight, though. That was
crazy. Kholmatov though, like I'll say this too, because later on off camera, like Ray was talking about, I should have fought him differently. Like because if you seen Ray fight on the Matchroom cards, you know he's a boxer puncher. He doesn't go out and just slug it out. He won't do that. But he did that because Kholmatov was putting so much pressure on him. You know, although he kept on saying Kholmatov, he wasn't feel Kholmatov's power like that. But yeah, no,
man, it's like why niggas just can't be honest. Like I've seen dude punches rattle him in that fight like 2 or 3 times. Like bro, you can't be all balanced every time. Like one of them, he did the whole James Toney routine into the ropes.
Yeah.
The other one, he did the chop buckle up, like dude, like you took his punches better, but like don't act like this nigga was like Corey Spinks in there with your ass.
Who'd you have up? Who'd you have up in the 12?
Kholmatov was winning to me.
Yeah, like I thought
I had Kholmatov up by a round, but I had him up by a round, but I thought if Ford would have won, like if Ford was winning the final round, so if it went to the scores, I would have had it a draw.
Yeah.
But the
I can see that too.
You can hear because I mean I was behind Ford's corner, you know, and because they were telling him to watch the left hand because Kholmatov kept on spamming that left hand, but the left hand kept on landing. It landing clean over and over.
If you landed like that, nigga, I'ma spam it too.
It was left, straight lefts or overhand lefts, or if you're inside, you throw an uppercut every now and then. But Kholmatov's offense was predictable, but I think they were too far gone in because they were going to war for him to make any real adjustments because Ford wasn't going to try to. He could have probably boxed, but I think it was just like I said, pressure and the power was getting to him.
I think Ford fought the right fight. Like I don't know if he would have beat this dude if he would have just tried to box more.
I was shocked he stepped to him in the 4th. You know what I'm saying? Like he's usually an outboxer. He doesn't like pressure, but the 4th round is like he downloaded something and I feel like 4 through 8 he won those rounds. Like literally 4 through 8 he won those rounds. In the 9th and 10th he looked kind of bad. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he took it off. I don't know if because Kholmatov he's a future champ. Like Kholmatov isn't, a Beck the Bully. I thought he was, either Beck the Bully or Triple G to me, nigga. If you're from that,
he's not Beck the Bully in a way because Beck the Bully is a little slower. I'm
just saying, the Kazakhstan fighters, like they're usually killers are overrated. I think he proved his worth in the loss. I think he could be a champ still.
Yeah,
dude reminds me of like a more athletic, harder punching Victor Postol. Who decided to like watch a bunch of Roy Jones and Golovkin tapes or some shit. Like he's speedy, he could box, he moves, but like Ford kind of I can see the whole punching him out strategy. Like the dude kind of got tired, and the mental pressure from the pressure Ford had on him. It worked. I just don't think Ford boxes clean enough for as a guy who like defense is that great where he could box a guy like Kholmatov. So I felt like he had the right strategy. Like
I thought the left for at the first couple rounds, I thought the left was gonna be the end for Ray Ford early. I was like, oh shit. But I guess he said like when Pat interviewed him that the power was he tasted that power.
Well, he was saying that the power wasn't affecting him, but I mean, we all have eyes. Like Kholmatov was hitting him pretty damn hard.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, because I seen the tweets. Because dude was on some I just watched the fight. He's like, I don't know how they had me losing. I'm like, bro, like then it hit me. I'm like, you know what it is? Like from hearing how he speaks on certain shit, I could understand why he was the underdog and how a lot of people were like picking against him, even though there was rooting. Like a lot of people's hearts were picking for him, but their boxing brain wasn't. If we being honest,
right? Yeah.
But I could understand why, because he's one of those. Well, allegedly, he comes off as one of those guys who he's not honest with himself. And those people like that take the longest to improve or make adjustments. So I could kind of see why. And still, congratulations. I'm not shitting on dude or nothing. I could just kind of. It's like the tweets and the talks kind of make me understand. Like
he plays the heel. He doesn't give a fuck, kind of.
Yeah, not even give a fuck, but just the whole like how we were saying how he has his moments where he would struggle or.
I mean,
look shaky and still be turning around, still be on point. Like we were saying, Ammo Williams was better than dude and all that.
I mean, to add to that real quick, remember he got that gift and he got a draw, and people still hold that against him. But I feel like right after that draw, he was in the lab with Shakur, and he's gotten better every fight. So I was happy for him. I mean, because
he was match tough too, and like during this fight too. Like, and I think I mentioned this.
And he's 24. I thought it was like 26. He's 24. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I mean, also too, just because I mean, they were hitting each other so hard. Like I was getting hit with the fucking sweat from where I was. The shit was kind of disgusting. Like it was repeatedly, like every single time that they were warring in Ford's corner and they were throwing shots. Like I literally felt fucking like sweat come on me and like pause and just like I was just like, yo, this is nasty. Like seriously, they were hitting each other fucking hard. But if you told me that, I mean, I honestly didn't think Ford would have the power to stop Kholmatov, but when he had dude in trouble and the referee blew the knockdown call, which that was actually a blessing in disguise too, because if the ref called the knockdown,
because he wouldn't, it would have, the round would have been over if he would have called it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Because Kholmatov would have killed the clock and had enough time to clear his head and avoid the follow-up shots, but all the ref did was like, "Oh well, get your ass up," it wasn't a knockdown, and then Ford was able to close the show with 8 or 7 seconds left in the fight, because he hit him with the shot that had him like going face first into the corner into the turnbuckle, and then Ford lands another hook, and the referee's like, "Okay, no, this is over." Where I know, P, what was your reaction when the referee waved it off with 7-8 seconds left in the fight?
Let's go. Let's fucking go. That's basically what I did. And I was laughing because it was like there were idiots that were like, oh, that was a bad stoppage. Bro, when you're turning your back and like running away, like how is that a fucking bad stoppage? Once you turn your back, you're at the mercy of the ref. Like,
it's all the fans that hated Ford that were rooting for Kholmatov, it seems like.
That wasn't no bad stoppage.
You cannot turn your back to the fighter and get upset when the fucking ref stops it. Like, bro, why are you turning your back?
Nobody turns their back and take a knee. Like, if you're gonna turn your back, take the fucking knee. Like, immediately turn your back, take the knee. Then we could then we could kind of like, oh shit, hold on, wait, hold on. Took a knee, but y'all niggas just turn y'all back like it's a street fight, and your cousin gonna step in, and the auntie coming off the steps, and she's like, "No,
they turn their back to run away." Like what? Like that's what they're doing.
Yeah, and I saw him in the ring, and I saw him later. Like Kholmatov was out of it. Like it wasn't like he was completely out of that. Like Ford had stunned him, and he couldn't recover. Like so. But yeah, just to see the emotion and Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn was sitting a couple like maybe about 4 chairs away from me. Dude, like damn near threw his chair, jumped off his chair, threw his chair, and got into the ring, like ran into the ring and shit. Like he was wilding out. Like, and so was everyone else too, because everyone in the media row was standing and clapping and shit. Like,
because that's movie shit. Like,
yeah,
like you stopping a guy at the very last seconds, and like, because this is the thing. Like when people say, "Hey," like when Freddie Rhodes be like, "Hey man, put him on his ass," like. That's the effort people want to see in the 12th round. Remember, 12 rounds used to be special.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be where the 12th round was literally the best round of the fight.
I mean,
somehow we got away from that. So good shit for Ford, like really making the 12th round like it's supposed to. Because we would have had a bullshit whatever at the end.
That was like Foster Hernandez. I mean, that was pretty much in a sense, the same ending, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it definitely was like the same.
Buzzer beater knockouts and shit. I mean, it's a feel good moment. Like if you love boxing and not boxers, it's a feel good moment in boxing.
You cannot like hate on that.
Falling on the ground and shit. Come on, that's a moment.
Yeah, I mean, dude was emotional, and Ray Ford is the first fighter that Eddie Hearn has built up. From I think he signed in 2019. And took him all the way to a world title. That an American fight.
Oh, no, in America. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, an American fight to a world title from the ground up. So that was a special thing for him. Like, and Eddie too, because he was supposed to go to Riyadh for the whole Joshua thing too. But he's like, yeah, I had to make a detour. Like him and Anthony, his media person, all made detour just to be there. And the funny thing is too, because Anthony and I think someone else from Top Rank, they were talking shit. Like
they're talking shit about the first bid, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie scouted him since the amateurs. Like that's his first fighter to win. From debuting. On match from. So that's
And it's more important for Eddie to be here for this dude. Like Joshua is Joshua. Like you're fighting a guy that we're expecting you to beat. Like. And Hearn done been there for Joshua all through all the ups and downs. Like
he stuck with him. But if you lose to Francis, shit. If you lose,
then we'll be like Eddie Hearn made the right decision. He went to the right fight.
He'll be there for the fight. Eddie probably got like a
he gonna be there. But I know how people, it's the fight week. Everybody want the important people to make they pop ups and guest appearances. So I get it, but nah, like Eddie, I'm glad he was there. Like you gotta hold down your people. So
yeah, he definitely held dude down, and like I said though, we're having to see like Ray hold that belt up like that was something special because and a lot of fighters were definitely giving him props and saying that win like show them the way. Like I know Khalil Cole and was doing
it vindicated him,
giving them like props or like that. Like it's like. They're like,
like it vindicated him because I've heard so many. He's a fraud. People still say he's a fraud. I mean, how are you still calling him a fraud after that performance? I've seen it. I've read
it. People miserable, bro. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Niggas be hating.
Yeah, and even after when I met him backstage and I interviewed him and shit like that, like dude was just still down to earth as anything. Like he wasn't playing the role, whatever. Like honestly, nigga, if I became a champion, I wouldn't even be as calm as he was. Like. Dude was just like, yo, like I think more anything he wanted to get stitched up. So I think that's part of the reason why I wasn't just wilding out, because dude, look. I mean, if you haven't watched my interview with him, go see it. Like you can say, like his face is a mask of pain. Like it was lump. He had lumps everywhere. Like Kholmatov too, but Kholmatov went to the hospital like ASAP. Like he went into that ambulance ASAP. So.
They said he tore his ACL. Like I feel like the same thing with Gamboa's Achilles. He probably had an ankle, a knee. He hurt his knee. You know what I'm saying? Or had
that's the thing, though. If you tear your ACL, there's no way because Kholmatov, the way that he was moving, there's no way in hell you can move like that.
No way in hell. No way in hell. Just Gamboa going 10 rounds with a torn Achilles.
Yeah, the Gamboa Achilles thing. Yeah,
I mean, he probably had a little leg injury, but I mean, he was good. You know,
Yeah.
he was good.
Yeah, but you move a
'Cause
certain way
it's-
when your ACL is gone. Like Gamboa, you tell like he like his movement was compromised. Like
Yeah, you really could tell with Gamboa that something was wrong.
Achilles, you're not going to be able to come on, man. I mean, maybe it's adrenaline, but come on. If you really snap your Achilles like Kevin Durant did in the finals, there ain't no way you're going to be able to box 10 rounds with one of the best boxers.
Hell no, you can't. Yeah, there's no way you can box with. I mean, because like I said, even if you could take the pain, your leg's not gonna be able to take all that extra movement and shifting and shit like that. It doesn't work. It's not how.
And doing shit in pain burns you out faster. Though people forget about that. So
I had a feeling he would gas, and I've seen Ray Ford look, sharp to 12s. So it's like I never saw Kholmatov before, but I was still impressed. I think he could be a champion.
Yeah, like I mean, like I said, because I know after the Eddie Vasquez fight, I kind of like, okay, maybe Ray's not as good as he's advertised though, but he proved it. Like he proved it, and him and Kholmatov gave us a new fight of the year candidate, and I'm just happy I was just there. Even I was there for the whole thing, man.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
I will say this. I think that, and one of my boys, shout out to J-Ro, pointed this out, that like when you look at like Ford's competition, Ford was matched tough early. Like even I was I'm like, damn, he's not looking that good. But when you consider how early he is in his career and how tough he was matched considered, compared to other fighters, that were getting cans at his stage in his career, I'm like, you know what? He's actually done pretty well for himself, all things considered. So shout out to Ford.
Like Mark Castro, still finding cans and shit. Not matching tough with none of that shit.
Forgotten about since Andy Cruz is at the same division now.
That's the thing. When you match tough, like it shows up in the long run more so than the other shit.
People talk about his gift and draw, but niggas fighters lose all the time early on. I mean, it's not. I'm saying, yeah, he might have lost that one fight.
I mean, he was competitive at least.
He's competitive.
The thing is, like, I've realized this, like, when you're coming up, everybody expects, if you're that good, everybody's expecting squash matches. Oh, you're just going to squash everybody like fucking WWF superstars. And if you don't squash them all, oh, he's not that good. He's not that good. No, motherfucker, it depends. And if he's match tough, he's not going to squash these folks.
But see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't assume that guys are match tough because they're so used to the jobber festivals. Like that's why promotions have to do a better job of promoting the opponent too, so people could know that these prospects are match tough. So niggas don't jump out the window because they're winning, 6 rounds to 4, 5 fights in a row.
I feel like Eddie has the best, like you could say, blend of how he moves his, matchmaking because. He has a lot to pick from with the UK and the American, you know what I'm saying? Just like Mexico too. I'm just saying like top rank.
Yeah, he just be fucking up the superstars.
I mean, like, he moves, he matched me like the card I went to, on behalf of, top rank. That was a pretty good card. Guys were undefeated, but the guys were getting knockouts until Ben, you know what I'm saying? Like, he makes good fights for he moves his guys right usually. You know what I'm saying?
And now he's trying to get Ford to stay one more fight at 126.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, he said, Ford said if it was like a quick turnaround, he would consider it because he's trying to get him to unify with Nick Ball, who's fighting this Friday. And if Nick Ball, it seems like the fix is in. As long as Nick Ball stays upright in the 12th round, he's getting that belt.
I hope they rob Vargas. I ain't gonna lie, but I think it'll be body shot central. But I'm just saying, like Vargas is so boring. Unless Vargas
listen, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if Vargas gets robbed because he's robbed me of some fucking. Sleep in the past. He's robbed me. He's put me to sleep in past fights. I don't give a fuck if he's robbed. This is payback.
That fight's intriguing. 126 is deep, man.
But yeah, even I told him it's like, yo, like you should stay in the mix though. But I get it because he had a tough weight cut. He said for this fight too. So he was like, because I was like, damn, to win it and just to vacate it. But I think even Eddie wants him to at least get one defense in or something like that before going up to 130.
He even said
because you're not really a champ until you defend the belt.
Didn't he even say he had a bad weight cut? Oh, damn. All these fighters having bad weight cuts. Like,
because these niggas ain't at the division they supposed to be. Most of these niggas literally could be fighting in the above division they're in, literally. But they want that advantage.
I favor him over Roach, Hector Luis Garcia, probably Cordina. You know what I'm saying? I'm favor of Ford against those guys, to be honest.
Yes, I would too.
126, 130, you know, those divisions that are deep that don't have a true number one, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they got 8 legit guys, but no true, you know. So.
Yeah. That's why when he was talking all that vacating shit, I was like, you know, you should stay though. But I get it though, because you don't want a situation where either you try to do that shit and you know, you lose your belt on the scale, or you know, you have another weight cut, but the weight cut's the reason why you take an L. So I get it, but you know.
Hold on, salute Chief Wildfire. People die in their good stoppage.
Yeah, it was. I think Ford, you know, I know Shaki Foster, shouts out to him and his manager saying that would be easy work. I don't think it's easy work. I mean, maybe give Ford
Man, Foster can't be calling nobody easy.
I'm saying give Ford a fight or two, you know, one, you know, maybe he'll jump right. I don't know if he's, you know, going to jump straight to a contender or champion, but probably at this rate.
Mm-hmm. Foster's like the reincarnation of like Eric Morales with his fights.
Like, Pat, I'd have to stay away from Sugar Nunes for now, though.
Yeah, you gotta stay away from that guy. Yeah, but yeah, no. But either way, like overall, I enjoyed my trip to Turning Stone. Like it was good. Just to, you know, like you know, again, you know, thank you to, you know, to Anthony Lever and for Evan Korn, you know, for hooking up the interview and stuff like that. And you know, like I said, it was definitely a good time. And yeah, I was there in that fucking casino till like late. So yeah, no, like again, of course, like I said, I do all them Turning Stone trips. So as long as the card is good, I'll go. God damn it. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good to catch a Fight of the Year candidate up live. You know, outside of getting like the sweat being like you know getting on me, but you know it is what it is. Sometimes it's the fight game. You know, but yeah, no, it was good shit though. I enjoyed myself very much. So yeah, though, if we're boxing this week again, this time is boxing on Friday, and since originally too, because I was like, Jesus, what time is this card in Saudi Arabia on Friday?
It was tripping me out. I expected it to be on Saturday. It was tripping me out for a second. It took me a while to realize it really was on Friday.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, it's like I think the prelim shit it starts at like 10 or 11 a.m., but the main card starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm like, yo, like, I mean, that's fucking weird and crazy to have a card like that on Friday. Like I'm contemplating taking time off just so I can watch that shit in peace, because I know if I try to watch that shit and I work, then I'm gonna get distracted by people wanting me for certain shit. So, but yeah, Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou, yeah, they're fighting, yeah, in the afternoon. Since although Saudi Arabia time, I'm pretty sure it'll be evening time, it'll be dark or whatever. So yeah, that's the big card for this weekend or whatever, and it has it does have a good buzz. I will say that though, it does have a good buzz and everything like that. And obviously, the reason why we're getting this fight is because fucking Tyson Fury decided to not take this shit seriously. He gets dropped by Ngannou, and Ngannou pretty much gets robbed of getting a decision win. And obviously, of course, because remember, I remember when we did the preview for this, I was making fun of the fact that Ngannou was plus 5,000 for a decision win, and how that nearly that shit came to pass. But Ngannou, because of that, obviously is like, WBC Shameless gives him an actual top 10 ranking, and it's like, oh, and then he signs with PFL, but he's like, okay, all right, I'm gonna get another fight with another heavyweight. So bam, here comes Anthony Joshua, who's who after the Usyk losses has kind of rebuilt himself. Last time out he fought Otto Wallin and beat the shit out of him, for a 5th round stoppage. So again, like I'm not necessarily a fan of these type of fights like this, but it has a little bit of intrigue. Ngannou, doing what he did against Fury is, gives it that intrigue. I'm like, okay, I mean, obviously I'm interested in watching it, but it's gonna be one of those things. It's just like, even though I just knew even though I still feel it's gonna be some more bullshit. So let's see, P. So what do you think about Ngannou and Joshua?
I think Joshua is not going to have, a career mode glitch like Fury. I think he's going to box him up, and I think we'll see a late stoppage, 9th round stoppage.
So, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Let me just double check to see how many rounds. I think it's 10. I think it's 10 rounds.
It's 10. It's 10.
Yeah,
it's 10 rounds.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he's just going to jab him. Jab. It'll be a jab fest. Jabs and right hands.
Boo!
Ngannou.
Nobody wants to see that if you're doing all those commercials about Street Fighter and Knockout Chaos. You better not go out there and fight like no fucking Lennox Lewis.
Like niggas, I mean, them motherfuckers were fighting like on some Final Fight shit. Like niggas was Hagar and shit. Nigga, like I better see something.
Yeah, like niggas was Cody and Hagar. Like,
yeah,
bro, don't give me this jab bullshit. I don't want to see no goddamn Golovkin Lemieux.
That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. You may not like it, but accept it. That's what you're getting. You're getting a jab.
Man, that shit'll fuck up Josh. Like, dude, Joshua, don't listen to this nigga. Like, aggressively fight behind the jab. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't get why niggas can't aggressively use the jab. Like, that's the shit that be killing the fuck out of me. Like, it's like whenever you tell a nigga to jab, they say, you know what, be boring as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you could be aggressive with the jab. You could be like Corte and be pumping 2 and 3 jabs at a time, and then you put in some power shots and you doubling up hooks. Like, be aggressive off the jab. But no, these niggas be
yeah.
like, no, nigga,
because for them, the jab is the throwaway. It's the okay, you know what? I'm gonna just throw this and set up something what I really want.
Yeah, and they literally throw away the
you
fight.
Don't really want to
throw too. They couldn't do that against niggas in the 90s when motherfuckers up here like, all right, fuck that jab, nigga. These niggas that get whooped by what's his name? Like that, a Burt Cooper nigga be like crazy for these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas be like, God damn, why he keep dipping and moving? Like, you saw how fucking Brian Jennings troubled niggas. Like,
yeah.
And that's just a motherfucker coming forward with his hands up.
And then, I mean, largely the thing that made Ngannou so impressive and effective against Fury is the fact he was able to nullify Fury's strength. Now, Fury is a strong guy, but Ngannou has a wrestling base. Because keep in mind, boxers back in the day, in the old days, used to train in wrestling so they can learn how to actually work in clinches and how to get the upper hand. Stuff that probably they should still do. You should start doing. Especially some of these heavyweights should start doing it. And then once Fury could realize he couldn't bully dude around, he couldn't put his weight on him. He couldn't do any of that shit. Fury had to box, and his boxing was looking mid against Ngannou. So that was,
because Ngannou's boxing ability was way better than Fury anticipated. Like, right. That's why I don't think the whole I'm gonna just try to jab this guy routine is gonna just work like that. Like, it may work a little bit, it may work in spurts, but Ngannou, he's not gonna just sit there and just take the bare minimum from somebody. Right. Like, I don't think your jab has to be like all-time great level to do that. And Joshua has a good solid jab, but it ain't no all-time great level where he could command a nigga of that fortitude like that. So
right.
Because if he do it, if he jabs somebody, that he need to be on some like, I jab you up like for 2-3 rounds and start laying bombs in that 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, but
Ngannou gonna figure that out by now. He gonna probably try to hook off that jab. He gonna probably counter it with a hook, or you don't want to damn make this shit end up looking like Sam Peter Tony 2.
Right?
You think a nigga done he ain't gonna level up, and he really level up. The thing about look, Ngannou's one of those guys where if you doubt him, but then he like proves you wrong, he's gonna fucking like he's not just gonna just stay right there. He don't come off as one of those guys that just I'll prove you wrong once.
Mm-hmm.
He's improving probably more than any other heavyweight boxer right now.
No, he's got an unmatched work ethic. Like this guy, remember in UFC, he lost his first title fight because he couldn't defend a takedown. Next time he, fights that same guy, he defends a takedown. I'm just saying, like, he has a crazy work ethic.
He's gonna damn like, nah, boy, Joshua better take this motherfucker serious.
Yeah, like Joshua can't play with you, like can't play around with dude. Like Joshua has to land combinations on dude, like land them,
push him backwards.
People are saying he's gonna release it, but I think he should. I think he shouldn't. I mean, a little bit, but he needs to.
He got, dude. I'd rather look if he fought like the Ruiz fight for the first 2 rounds and just went off. That'd probably be his best bet. Like, don't play with this dude. Like, jab your way mid range, hook, uppercuts, do all your special moves, bro. Like, don't play with this nigga, man.
Yo, LB, though, what do you think about the result? What do you think it's gonna be?
Man, a part of me is like, yo, Joshua can't fuck this up. This has 5th round KO written all over it. But then who am I? Like, what do I know with these fights? Like, I ain't been the best at predicting fights lately, so I don't know. Usually I'm fire in the beginning of the year, but that's my bet. I'm sorry, might be a bet. Prediction. I guess that's my call. It could go either way. Like Joshua, I mean, Ngannou's going to be approaching this super serious.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Joshua got that confidence to where he's not going to do no stupid shit. He's going to go in there and get rid of this guy and approach him like Lennox approached Giants and try to bomb him out.
Right.
Which is exactly what I would do if I was in Joshua's shoes. Not how me, like, nah, that's I couldn't fight him like how I'm telling Joshua to fight him. Like, word. But yeah, just go in there, fight aggressively behind the jab, get exchanges going, and tear him up. Like, just run him over. Like, he has the talent, the speed, the power, the size, everything to do that. Take him serious and fight him serious. Don't do this Fury shit. Like, the way Fury look now, like, yo, honestly, Fury gonna beat the shit out of Usyk because, like, Usyk, like, Fury's taking Usyk as a threat the way the shape he's in. We've never seen Fury in this type of fucking shape ever.
Of course, yeah. Dude's in crazy shape.
Crazy fucking shape. If he would have taken Ngannou that serious, yeah, we probably wouldn't be here right now. But he didn't. Thus, this fight's made. All you hating ass cracker motherfuckers who you was awesome. Like, nah, we don't need to see this again. Nope. Y'all weren't really speaking that loud when Fury was fighting this dude. Like, it was just, let Fury get his money. Let Ngannou get his money. Hey, Jake Paul does it for guys. Like, let does it too.
Yeah, now Ngannou's getting like somewhere around 20 million for this, and Joshua's getting like 40 million. Like, it's lucrative money for them.
Yeah, and I feel like they overpaid for this fight. Like, this fight ain't worth no fucking 60 mil.
It's not though, but everyone loves a sideshow.
Yeah, a heavyweight sideshow at that. Like, I mean, yay. And I'm a fan of the fight. I have nothing wrong with this fight. I feel like both earned it. Like, Joshua deserves like a money fight right now. He the one who held down the heavyweight division last year. Let's just get that. Like no heavyweight put it on like how he did for the division. Like, he held it down for that year.
Facts.
So we don't get this money fight.
I'm picking Joshua. I think most of us pick Fury over Ngannou. But again, Ngannou showed a different layer. Like, I don't think there's an argument he might have beat Fury, maybe. But knocking him down, it's crazy.
Argument, nigga. Everybody said he beat him except for King P. Yeah, niggas in the chat who was disagreeing with King P, bro. Like,
maybe I should rewatch it.
The man was robbed.
I thought Ngannou won. But I know the Fury have some fucking crazy gypsy Illuminati bullshit. I'm just saying, it's weird. But Ngannou's work ethic's unmatched. Like, he's improved a lot. You know what I mean? He has crazy work ethic, and I appreciate his story. Coming from nothing, putting his people on. But I'm rooting for boxing, and I think AJ's going to win. I just don't know. Not sure of the method. Like, he might not try to engage and just outbox him. I think it's 10 rounds, right?
Yeah, it's 10 rounds.
So, I mean, maybe he could wear him down late or something. Because I don't know. I mean, I've never seen Ngannou in UFC get knocked out or anything. He's lost, but he's never been knocked, hurt. Maybe he's been hurt a couple of times, but he seems like he has a solid chin. So, but I expect AJ. He's been on a run. He had his best year in a long time. 3 wins last year. Was it 2 KOs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he beat solid fighters. And I think he knows this is, like, if he loses this fight, 3-time champion, because the Hergovich IBF title's looming. If he loses this fight, it's a wrap. I mean, not a wrap, but I mean, it's If he loses this fight, it might be a wrap. I'm just saying, not
it won't be very good if he does.
Well, it's a bad look. I mean, Fury already made heavy, boxing look bad for the UFC fucking douchebags. But yeah, I say AJ wins. Fuck it, I'm gonna say AJ. Gets him out in round 9, round 8. We'll stop in round 8.
All right, that's what it is. Let me see. I'm just trying to pull up the odds for this.
The ref will stop it, or maybe the gum's getting worn down in the corner. I just think, yeah.
All right, so odds. Okay, so method of victory for Joshua and Ngannou. Here we go. So points decision for Joshua is plus 460. A KO is minus 220. Draw is plus 3,300. Ngannou decision is plus 2,000, and Ngannou KO is plus 440. So
they really think that it's possible for Ngannou to knock dude out.
Yeah, they do.
I was thinking they would have been like 600 or above, but they said 440. Like, nah, he could get him.
That's fucking crazy. Like,
if Ngannou was knocked out, like most UFC fighters UFC fighters, they go out sad all the time. Other quote unquote legends, they always be just jobbing for 3-4 fights and opening cards after they were a champion. Ngannou never been knocked out. He never been really so it's like it's hard.
You would still say he's in his prime or like close to it.
I mean, he's older, right? But heavyweight age, he's not too old. Oh, he's like 38, 39 or something.
Yeah, he's 37.
Yeah, like he's not out of it.
Yeah. If he wins, that'd be. I mean, I want AJ to win, but yeah, it's intriguing. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, no, it is. And then the co-main is also. By the way, I also have Joshua by KO. Like I do think he's gonna. I don't think Joshua's gonna fuck around. He's gonna KO him probably by like 6.
Okay, so you see what I'm thinking? Like this screaming mid-round stoppage, right?
Right.
Like I don't see this shit going past 7. Like it'll literally be either 5, 6, or 7. Like whatever they get the prop bet for that, like yeah, that might be the one right there, yo. Because yeah, my bad, yo. Continue.
No, it's all good though. But yeah, no, it's and then also the main event though has it could also be the main event itself with like Zhilei Zhang and Joseph Parker. And this is an intriguing fight because Zhang is coming off knocking out Joe Joyce twice, and then you have Parker who redeemed himself, after getting knocked out by Joyce, winning 4 fights, culminating with him damn near blanking out Deontay Wilder, last December. So and that like I said, it was impressive too because unlike Fury and them, like Joshua, I mean. Joseph Parker didn't even get barely touched by that right hand. So shit was crazy. Like he didn't get any laid a whooping on Wilder. Although people just don't like me saying that. So some people really like to say that Wilder got an ass whooping, but that's what happened. And Parker now has a shot now getting closer.
Well, Wilder don't think he got his ass whooped. So the shit. Don't even mention his stance.
Yeah, right.
You seen the tweet Wilder said, like, man, I seen the fight, man. You were just bullshit. Like, bro, okay, all right, you got it. There you go. Like, it's yours.
Word, what I'm saying? So yeah, again, Pete, though, what do you think about Parker and Zhang?
Parker versus Zhang, I think Zhang gets him out of there late. I think I'll say 10th round. It's gonna be a good fight, though. But
Yeah, it should be because I mean, basically, I mean, I think Zhang for the most part is he's a 6th-round fighter too because the motherfucker's too fucking big, and he actually does have a little bit of a work rate too these days. Like motherfucker actually be setting up his shots and everything, like throwing combinations and everything, But
Because he has some boxing ability about himself. So yeah,
right. But man, usually by the 6th though, he starts fading and he starts fading fast. And Parker is just more or less, if Parker doesn't get touched by a dude repeatedly, and doesn't walk into anything that might not, doesn't walk into any silly shit. But like I said, this is definitely because I know obviously the winner of the fight, has that interim WBO belt, and obviously they'll become the full champion should either Fury or Usyk decide to get rid of it. But like I said, there's nothing like having a quality heavyweight co-main. For me, I mean, honestly, I'm thinking as much as I want to say Parker to knock him out, Zhang is hard to put down for the most part. Like, but I think Parker might be able to repeat what he did against Wilder against Zhang. I think he might win a decision. What about you, LB?
I kind of feel that way too. But I think he might like try to stop Zhang. If Zhang starts gassing, I think Parker might put his foot down, like, and try to get him out of there because Zhang's the type of guy like he's too dangerous to just keep around. Like, but he's used to keeping guys. But he's used to it with the whole Wilder shit. But Wilder and Zhang is different. Like Wilder ain't like the boxing IQ ain't the same like Zhang. So
facts.
So yeah, like I'm looking at maybe Parker by decision or late KO. But yeah, like it'll get chippy in them damn championship. This 10 rounds or 12?
This is 12.
Oh, okay. I say Parker by 11.
That works. Parker.
Oh, hold on. Wait. What up, Deontay Jones? What it do? Yo, finally caught my niggas live. Pause. Hope y'all are well. Oh yeah, man. We doing good, man. You know what I mean? Monday night.
Salute. It's been a minute.
So let's see.
Ring Gang's favorite Dallas fan.
Yeah, whatever, yo. Ain't no Dallas fans here, nigga. Hey, yo, Pilot, yo, what you think though?
Parker, after he lost to Joyce and got brutally knocked out, for him to come back, get it, like he had he fought 4 times I think last year. You know what I'm saying?
He did. Yeah, he was super active.
He was actively active. I mean, activity matters. So he'll be a super live dog in this. Like, it'll be on point with his picks. I ain't gonna lie. So I can see Parker winning, but I think Zhang is right now in his sort of once he beat Joyce, he kind of took Joyce's thunder, steam. So I think Zhang, he has had gas tank issues because other than Hrgovic, he's been knocking guys out before he gasses, because he had the gas issues. He had a couple draws where he had a draw some dude he shouldn't have had a draw.
Yeah, Jerry Forbes, yeah, but in that one, yeah, because there's a lot of other issues. It wasn't just the gassing out, dude. Yeah. Was dehydrated and shit. Like he was. Who knew what the fuck he was doing? But
I remember like one of the first times they were really pushing Zhang, and he's supposed to get a nice knockout, and he kind of struggled, but he's looked good ever since. But styles make fights. Parker's a live dog. He's one of the best heavyweights in the world. I mean, I don't know if I'd rate him. Who'd you rank higher in the heavyweight list right now between those two?
What's that?
Who would you rate higher? Like who's because Parker. Yeah, Parker, right?
Yeah.
Parker by the total sum of things.
Yeah.
He would have to. Zhang really just got, he kind of made his name off of beating up one dude over and over. It just happened to be that one dude kind of made himself to be like top 5 or some shit though. So it matters, but then remember he still got some unfinished work with what's his name too. So
he Hellenius did, huh? No, he should have won the Hrgovic fight. But anyways, I think I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm picking Big Bang Zhang Paul's around 7. I didn't get him out in 7.
All right.
If he doesn't get him out in 7 or 8, he might lose. But I think.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at the odds right now
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
For a Zhang points decision is plus 460. For a KO for Zhang is minus 120. A draw is plus 1600. For a Parker points decision is 350, and for a Parker KO it's plus 600. So there's value in a Zhang decision.
And a Parker KO.
Yeah. But this is a quality fight. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And
that's the real main event.
Yeah, and then somehow, some way, Ray Vargas, as we mentioned before, found his way to a Saudi bag. It's like, no, to have him on the card too is just like, obviously, as P said, you get, he's very hot and cold, largely like cold, like. Yeah, it depends. But the funny thing is too, he's fighting. Nick Ball is coming off beating Isaac Dogboe, but the funny thing too is like Nick Ball is only like 5'2", so it's gonna be, and Vargas is like 5'8", so somewhere around there. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a pressure little man against a tall boxer, So it has that type of intrigue, whereas Ball could just be on some, because Ball I think has stopped his last 3 or 4 opponents, and Vargas, I don't think has stopped anybody since 2016. Not since he was on Golden Boy, like way into Golden Boy, so it's like, but hey, Vargas has a bag, and Nick Ball is signed to the Saudis, so. That's how you got on this card, I guess. And I know part of me, I think everyone, I can talk for everyone, is I'm pretty sure everyone wants Ray Vargas to lose this fight. I know P does. P's mentioned that.
Yeah, he's such a real boring style. He's a sweet scientist, and the Mexican fighter is weird.
It's weird. Yeah, he's definitely a sweet scientist.
He's a good fighter. He just, it's just not. He's just boring to watch. And he could win this fight. He's like almost a foot taller. Nick Ball's like. A true, like, he's 5'2", he's like a kind of, he's a tank, but he's undersized for featherweight, you know what I mean?
But he has power. Nick Ball can actually punch. So part of it is like, we gotta see like Ball just. I'm pretty sure if the fight's close, they're gonna give it to Nick Ball anyways, because Vargas is like. Because the funny thing is, when he lost to Foster, you almost forgot that it was just for a vacant super featherweight title, and he was still the fucking featherweight champion. So it was like, so he was always going to come back though and actually defend it. But, like I said, it's a fight that could either be really good unexpectedly or really struggle due to Vargas really, boxing dude's head off or Ball not being able to get on the inside though. But yeah, no, and like I said, and I think obviously they have other people. They have some Queensberry fighters, and then they have Tyson's brother Roman that's fighting. It's fighting. I think like in the prelims and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like I said, it's on a Friday. If you're on the East Coast, everything starts at 10 a.m. with the main card starting at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And again, that's fucking crazy that it's at those times though. So. Yeah, like tomorrow I'll know for sure if I'm going to be blocking some time off on my calendar so I can sit there and watch this shit. Oh man, though, but yeah, like I said, it should be again, and obviously, the Saudi Arabian cards, allegedly, I know on Twitter, some of them saying that there's a lot of seats left and stuff like that, and just like. Yeah, don't worry. I'm pretty sure there'll be no seats by the time that shit comes on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like, Ngannou will obviously a win for Ngannou being Joshua will lead to him fighting Fury for, in a rematch and with the possible title on the line, and stuff like that, or Zhang or Parker, finally get themselves closer to being heavyweight champion, but. Yeah, either way, it should be a good watch, but like I said, it's on a Friday, so y'all have Saturday and Sunday to have a social life. Let's see. So do we want to do the Meek review tonight, or do we want to save it for Thursday?
Not much to write home about it either way.
I ran through it once.
Don't
I mean,
really
we could
care.
do it. I mean, yeah, maybe we have to get everybody listen to it.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah. So obviously, because
y'all, like, that's y'all call, yo.
Yeah. No, obviously, yeah. The reason why we wanted to do it because Meek Mill's been in the news lately, not for the best of reasons. Because obviously Meek Mill, he's attached to Puffy, who's of course is under all types of pressure and allegations and lawsuits galore. And one of the things that have come out is, it's been insinuated is that Puff and Meek Mill are lovers. Which of course Meek Mill has been denying, but he's been denying in the most hilarious ways. He's like, "Oh yeah, I never, I don't run in red lights. Oh yes, I love that juicy pussy." And like, who talks like that, bro? Like seriously, like what is your problem? Like it might be one of those things where he just might have just, someone should have just told him, like should have like wrote one of those disclaimers saying that that he. Hey, I am straight, and that's that, and I respect all my homosexual fans, or something along those fucking lines, other than dude going back and forth with everybody, not just regular people on Twitter, but other celebs asking, saying like, "Wait, Meek and Diddy are lovers?" So yeah, Meek is under all types of social media pressure and stuff like that. So imagine that, he figures it would be a good time to drop this EP of his called Heathenism. It's 5 tracks or whatever. And apparently there's going to be an album. It's a full album coming out probably later this year or so. So, I was like, you know what? Let's do this because, like I said, dude is trending like something serious. So it's like, and it's again, it was only 5 tracks. 15 minutes or so. So it's like, let's see what he's talking about. So the first song on there, let me just bring up the track list, Came From the Bottom. So what are we thinking in terms of score? Obviously 1 through 10. Pilot P.
It was about No, the first track was actually pretty good. I liked it. I gave that one an 8.
See, it was solid. It was solid.
The thing is though, because Meek was doing his usual like screaming, rapping or whatever, but that beat that beat was too soft to what he was doing. It just felt off to me. Like it just felt like how he was rapping over that and what that beat was. It wasn't working for me. But I mean, what he was rapping about was fine, but it was just the way he sounded over there, like because I'm pretty sure Meek raps with a little bit more bass in his voice than what he showed on that actual track. So I'd give it maybe. I was debating between a 6 and a 7, but it's probably more of a 7 to me. But yeah, I just didn't like the production that he used in that song, because it was just like it didn't go to it didn't mesh very well. The second track was Times Like This.
That shit was like a 6.
Yeah, no, this shit was the flow was weak and the production and the beat was kind of weak. This shit was, I'd give this a 5 for me. This was a 5. Pilot.
I'll give it a 6. It was okay.
Yeah. Now, on EP, usually on EPs, you're supposed to not try to have, you're supposed to not have throwaway tracks on an EP. This was a pure throwaway fucking track. Like I would have just
basically a waste of time to listen to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next track was like a 5 or a 4 for me.
Yeah, no, that shit was that shit took what was the worst. I thought one and just magnified it like 100 by 100. Let's see. Third track was
The one with Fabio Foreign, whatever I want.
whatever I want.
Yeah, that shit to me was like a 5 or a 4.
Yeah, this was a 5 to me. Yeah, like although like I mean Meek sounded kind of Meek was whack on the track, to be honest. It was like honestly, he honestly they could have just kept Fabio on there and removed Meek. Seriously, like that's how I felt. Yeah, this was a straight up 5. Pilot, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a 7 because I like the beat, and I'm not the biggest fan of foreign Fivio. How do you say his name? Fivio, right? Fivio.
Yeah.
Fabio Foreign.
Fabio Foreign. Yeah, he had a lot of clown moments and shit. Calling Pop Smoke Big Bro, but he killed the verse. Most of the verse. He started the verse pretty hot. It was he shot on that song.
But yeah, it just seemed like but then like say it seems like it's one of those songs that if you've heard it once, like them talking about fake friends and shit like that all over that song. Yeah, that shit was kind of like, damn, it sounded like you both you niggas might have actually done this song before, just in a different fashion. So yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, that shit wasn't it either. That was mid. Next track was Big Boy. First of all, that name is just wild in itself, because you know what I'm saying, because obviously with what's going on in this nigga's life right now. Yeah, exactly. Like he honestly, he should have just had.
And also that shit was like.
Oh, go ahead, P.
That shit was also like a 5. That shit was also like a 5 to me.
Mm. Yeah, this again. This was honestly too. This was just. I mean, this was just like fucking. Whatever I want. He was talking about fake niggas and shit like that, and fuck niggas and shit like that. I was just like, damn, nigga, didn't you just talk about that shit in the last track? Like seriously. But yeah, this shit, because it was repetitive. Yeah, I give this shit a 4. Like I was like that shit was kind of tired. Pilot, what about you?
What was the record again?
Big Boy.
Yeah, pause. I'm gonna give it a 3 because I ran through this once and I remember that song was pretty boring. I was listening to it while I was working. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this song was very forgettable song.
Yeah. Again, if you're doing an EP, you shouldn't really have throwaway tracks. You shouldn't have like So pretty much now it's more than half of the EP is the throwaway. And then the last track on there was Giving Chanel with Future. This was the best song on the whole fucking album. Like this was like a 9 to me. That was actually I was fucking with this song. This shit was tough to me. Like especially because Future killed this song.
I gave it an 8.
Pilot.
I'll give it an 8 as well. It was one of the stronger tracks on it.
This shit, nigga, it was the strongest track on that shit. So, but yeah, overall, as a project, as an EP, like if this is a way for people to get to either have them forget about the shit that's going on in his life, or to make people or make people anticipate his next full album, he kind of failed with this. Like he kind of failed a lot. Like I said, like. He was probably better off just maybe leaking one of these songs and doing a video for it, and then just trying to build up anticipation for an album a different way other than that. But yeah, the EP was just like it. Yeah, it didn't hit. It didn't hit at all like the way it should have. And like I said, I hope the next album is not on some screaming over some suspect production. And for fucking 5 tracks too, it wasn't even fucking. You could tell there were some parts in there where it wasn't even mixed well.
It just felt so repetitive. Like his bars is repetitive. Every song kind of sounded. I mean, other than the first couple songs, it all sounded the same after. And sometimes that's good, but this time it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do something like you got to change up your flow or the production's gotta be a little different. But no, like the niggas the flow was all the same, all 5 fucking tracks. You know, only with the song, only the tracks with like the guest on it, you know, was where you could, you know, where you got to hear a little variety of a little something different. You know, and Deontay Jones. I haven't checked Meek Mill project in years, but I might peep. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's 15 minutes long, so I mean, it's not gonna take it's not gonna take up more of your day or whatever. And like I said, Meek Mill has always been. I mean, unfortunately, Meek Mill, I've always had to listen to him because this motherfucker is so associated with the Eagles, you know. So it's like, you know, you hear all the shit or whatever. And Meek Mill is one of those people. Is like at times, like, you know, he's cool to listen to, but after a while, all that screaming shit that he be doing, that high pitched screaming, rapping shit that he be doing, sometimes kind of grates on your nerves. So you want to hear something else from dude.
Yeah, but I feel like when he started, he did that. Then he kind of found his groove. Like I think it was Dream Chasers 2 or something. He had a couple really good dope mixtapes. The one I don't know if you remember the one with Middle of the Summer or Love Don't Live Here Anymore. You remember that I don't know. That was a pretty good one, but
that was the first Dream Chasers.
Yeah,
that one was great.
I used to bump that in the
Dream
gym,
Chasers was great.
Yeah, Dream Chasers is great. Even the one with the Jay-Z song, that was decent, you know. But rappers, man, the longevity. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, dude's been around for a minute. I mean, the EP. I mean, maybe he just might be running out of things to rap about, though. But you know, in terms of, but for what
he ain't had that much shit to rap about in the beginning, man. What the fuck? Y'all act like this nigga Nas or somebody. Like, the fuck is Meek Mill? The rolling on the wrist, dude. Cassidy already told me what all this nigga can rap about on that raid.
There's songs where he shows depth, but I mean, you know, like his whole jail thing, everything. He's, you know, because Meek Mill's a popular rapper. He's, you know, he's been to jail and all that. He's, yeah.
I mean, like 1 out of every 3 rappers have been to jail at this point.
I mean,
right.
He talk about stuff. It's just he doesn't, you know, hasn't shown growth, I guess.
So it ain't seeing the last Meek Mill project we reviewed.
Definitely not.
I always forget.
No champions.
Yeah, I always forget.
Hell no.
I'd be hard pressed to give that a 6. I mean, I'll give it a 6, I guess, but it's really a 5.
Damn.
Nowhere near as good as Championship was his best album. Nowhere near as good as that.
You know, but yeah, Meek Mill. But like I said, though, I mean, he's still popping in some fashion, though. But it remains to be seen whether or not this nigga's personal life will eventually take over his, you know, his music career, or where he'll actually drop some decent music and make us forget about these horrible allegations and them videos and him calling Puff Daddy and shit like that. You know, shit like that. My God,
man, yeah.
That's Daddy.
Robert Kraft bailed him out of jail. He was at that white party. You know, he's in that mix. I don't know, whatever.
And again, Deontay Jones, I'm ignoring you. Eagles and Meek weak though, Pat. I'm ignoring you because, you know.
I mean, they both do some weak ass shit. You got that brotherly shove, and then you got this nigga screaming like "fuck that shit."
And yeah, real quick, Deontay. I did listen to the Schoolboy. I need to run through it again. I didn't give it a full listen. I heard it's really good. I like Schoolboy a lot. We should maybe, I don't know, talk about that. That's a good album.
I don't know if LB might like that shit.
I mean, Schoolboy Q is decent. Like, I ain't got no beef with the dude. Like, his music be straight. He be having some good ass fucking production. I'd give him that.
Yeah, I feel like he made, you know, I'm saying the best music, but better than J-Rock and Absol, really. I don't know about
and of course,
J-Rock be getting some good beats too.
And of course, Miss Bitch going in on Shuttleworth was always, don't believe Shuttleworth and his white lies. And this dude gets
my lies are like light skin. It's different. But I don't even tell no lies. Fuck you, nigga. Like, this dude get whiter and whiter each stream. Nah, man. Like, the fuck? Like, because the melanin inside of me is increasing. So, but I got a rare condition where it decreases on the outside. So,
and the funny thing, this nigga's outside all day, every day. You would thought he would at least give himself a tan too, like a real.
I'll be outside. Like, y'all think I'll be outside? Like I be outside, but wearing the darkest of clothing, but I be in shaded spots. Like I'm Blade. Like I ain't like a full like day walker like that. Like I make my moves, but shades, I be damn long sleeved up hat, this that sun lotion, all of that shit. Like nah. Too much sun get me sick, bro. Like
word. You know, but yeah, I think that's it for our show for today. You know what I'm saying? Get some final thoughts in. You know, and Chris Band, salute. I see you just popped in. Yeah, Ford has potential to be successful up to 35. He does, you know, obviously, you know, as long as he doesn't get into any more of those type of Kholmatov type fights, he does. He, you know, he's like I said, he's a good, but this one, he's a good boxer puncher.
The wrong pressure fighter will probably still give him, you know, with power that doesn't gas might give him some issues, but
yeah. And then also too, yeah, Adam Kanaki, yeah, you need to retire, bro, because yeah, I saw you get knocked out by a random fighter in one round this weekend. Like, honestly, it's a shame. Like, people gotta understand that people should not license that dude to fight anymore. Like, that dude is had like he hasn't won a fight since before the pandemic. Like, you know, that Areola fight is his last victory.
It was a Poland card, you know, that's like where he's kind of from. So, you know, it is, yeah, he needs to call it quits though.
Yeah, like his chin is done. Like when you let Areola land 300 something punches in a 12-round fight.
Past it, Areola.
Past it, Areola.
Throw it on there. Throw that there too now.
Yeah.
I don't want niggas to be listening to this later on in the future and thinking we're shitting on this man with a prime Areola. No, like hold on.
To be honest, Hellenius might have saved him because they were priming him to be a Wilder victim. You know, Hellenius might have saved him from getting brutally hurt by Wilder.
Nah, because he could have. Nah, we can't say that. Like, if dude was who he's supposed to be, he would have beat Hellenius. And honestly, they could have just straight gave him to Wilder instead of just having him fight Hellenius. Unless they was trying to be on some like, we'll get you used to fighting a tall puncher. But it's like, y'all already seen what happened with the Charles Martin fight. Like, how many chances y'all trying to get this nigga?
Yeah, that fight, yeah, like, I mean, he barely beat Charles Martin in that one.
Barely! So it's like, why? I mean, I'm all for, like, I mean, we're playing career with niggas and shit. I'm all for testing a person, getting them there, whatever. Object of the game is either a title shot or the bag. And you try to, they can be both. So you try to do it like that. But some guys where you finally test them or you give them a good test and they don't really pass it with flying colors, they kind of C+ that motherfucker. You kind of know they ceiling now. You kind of move them where it's like, all right, I don't want to, I kind of either go to the finish line or risk it trying to develop him more. Kalnaki was a guy that you go to the finish line with. Because who knows, activity, all this. He could have gave Wilder a good fight. We don't know.
Yeah, he might have. We never know.
You never know. But making it go this route, Hellenius, like, why? Like,
he got brutally killed in the first round. That's a.
And the worst thing is too is like even after the Martin fight, like Kalnaki was offered to be the replacement after Big Baby popped dirty in the Joshua fight. That was his shot at a heavyweight title and a bag, he turned it down, and you turn it down to fight Chris Ayola, to fight him on fucking regular ass Fox, and you absorb 300 punches from Chris Ayola in 12 rounds, and you wonder why you can't take take punishment anymore. Like his chin got ruined in that fight, even though he didn't go down. And it's a shame, but yeah, now the commissions need to be like, yeah, you need to get him the fuck away from, keep him the fuck away from the ring. Like, yeah, he's done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah. I'm seeing. I'm gonna hit up Deontay Jones, all his comments real quick. Yo, I heard Jake fought and won in first round. Shake my head. He's a joke to me. Yo, this is the thing. I saw that was the only fight I actually managed to see on Saturday. That's the crazy part. I only saw Jake Paul's fight, and
shouts out to Amanda.
Yeah, that was fucked up. But it is the game's a game. Jake Paul was in there with a guy who looked like he was out of shape, but he looked like a guy who boxed before. Like, and he
Which is the
tried.
point.
Yeah, it looked like they're getting guys who look like they box now. That's the next stage, but they're either going to be. There always going to be something wrong with them. This guy didn't look the part like the guy from the last fight, but this guy was tougher, but slower. And Jake Paul, you can see that he's kind of feeling himself. He's getting opponents where he could kind of look good now. Like he got his hand down, thinking he's Roy Jones. He's darting, moving around, trying to pot shot, and you could tell that it wouldn't work against anybody else on his level. Like, so I kind of see what they're doing. They're just the type of guys Jake Paul fighting now, he could be literally fighting every other month.
Exactly.
And just get the bag and blow up his other guys on his cards because he's not fighting people that, you know, like the dudes, I'll be honest, the dudes Jake Paul fought, the dude he just fought, like PJ would beat his ass. Like,
yeah,
I have no doubt in my mind.
I wouldn't even be surprised if dudes like decided to take a little divey dive. Like, you know, I got a little bit of money, so let me just put in a non-effort and try not to get hurt too bad.
Not gonna lie, the last two fights he had, I ain't gonna lie, even the Willie one, I don't know, a little fishy, whatever.
So the one with the uppercut was like mad fishy. This one wasn't a fucking one punch KO. It was more like Paul like really put hands on this dude. Like he had him on the ropes. Like he was getting him with shots.
He's a good right hand. He's got a good right hand.
Yeah, he got a right hand, but then he was trying to throw hooks. Like Paul beat the dude ass in the against the ropes, and they stopped it. Like it was legit. Like it looked more legit. But that's the thing. It's like Pat was saying. There's different ways how you can fucking manipulate the perspective. If the guy looks too competent, you get him to lose a certain way. If the guy don't look competent, but he is competent, you make him lose a different way. And I think that's what we're seeing. Because this guy looks like one of those journeymen that used to damn give Brian Pinto a war back on ESPN.
He's picking up guys that have, 13-1, 13-2, type of shit that obviously are no threat. You know how many boxers?
No. There's some niggas that's 13-1 that have beat the shit out of some guys.
I know. But he knows not.
But they're not getting opportunity, or they're getting coached to do something else.
He knows not to pick those guys. He's picking some dude.
Yeah. It's I get it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he could do even more with what he's doing. Like, with this on that comp, like he could literally be signing dudes and make events and blow up other like real boxers and shit. Like he was trying to do a Serrano, but that shit happened. Y'all thinking WrestleMania should be fun this year? It should be the best action in the Philly Stadium seen a minute though.
See again,
this nigga. No, that was funny. Like we give him that. Like,
Deontay, I will be in the building for that both nights, so should be fun.
Okay, see, that was a good question. See, because King P had a real serious answer to it. Damn, so Pat, like everybody ain't trying to crack on the damn Eagles, bro.
Yes, he is. That's the Cowboys.
No, how if King P answered him in a legitimate way, like
because he asked about WrestleMania too. But I saw that little smart ass comment.
I mean,
best action of Philly Stadium in a minute too. Man, fuck you.
I ain't gonna lie. This nigga, he's so happy he live because he's like, I can say my little shit too and get the live reaction instead of listening and typing it in later. Like, nah, respect. Like this nigga spit bars. Oh yeah, okay, we got a good one. All right, Miss Bitch. How y'all feel about Floyd telling Crawford he should fight Tyson Fury? Yo, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. You be funny, say like whatever you are, you be funny with it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, yo, fuck that. Like, we're gonna get into the other shit about Floyd too, because I feel like that been slept on. Floyd always be wanting niggas to do shit he wouldn't dare to do. Having talk about Crawford fight David Benavidez, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's only a fight that I would say, like, hey, you gotta, like, hey, nigga, you up here now, bro. Yeah. That's the only type of fight you would say Crawford could take if he beats Canelo. Because that would just be like with Roy Jones beating Ruiz, and then, you know, everybody's like, well, nigga, you up here. Corey Sanders. Hold on, Haseem Rockman. Hold on. Vitaly Klitschko. Like, so I don't mind if it's in that sense, but the whole, well, you know, you're not fighting. You can't fight Canelo. You can't fight Mel. Well, you was gonna fight Canelo. Fight David Benavidez, but like, the only shit he was really spitting was the boots shit. Mm-hmm. Like, he's right about that. Crawford fight boots, you know. But asking Crawford to fight David Benavidez is like when niggas, when I was just only a few, there was really nobody, you know, crying for this. You know, the dudes who was like, well, you know, Floyd need to go up and fight Golovkin. It's like, nah, we don't really need to see that. No one's asking for that. So yeah, I feel like Floyd, he on some shit like he want to see niggas lose type shit. I don't think it's about breaking the record because
he's cool, but he don't like his shine, you know.
Yeah,
Crawford ain't gonna be fighting up to no 51 fights.
Yeah, Floyd is what we call a hater. You know, he is. He's an absolute positive hater.
The bullshit, I agree with him, but everything else was just on some like, you know, like, nah, bro. And just while we talking about Floyd, I know everybody seen the shit Annie did with the sparring and how he was like, how Floyd was behind. He's like, yo, Floyd always been a hater. This is that and the third. Like, I don't know. It's like,
I mean, I think Floyd had some. I get what Floyd was trying to say. I think like with Floyd has valid points. He just be jumping out the window with some of the examples that he uses. Like, well, this person should do this. Like,
yeah.
Well, Floyd's dad trained him originally, like, and he always speaks high. Well, spoke highly of him back, you know, a few years ago when when he was able to speak, you know, properly.
The problem is with Floyd, once again with Floyd. I listen to Floyd, but I also like can know when he's on some bullshit because Floyd will say some stuff that, like, while technically he's not wrong, he says it in a way to create a narrative or to spin the narrative in a way that makes him. It always goes back to Floyd. It always makes him look better.
He loves you,
or he wants you to think what he thinks, and he'll spin it so that people will follow his fucking narrative. Like it's weird. That's why okay, I know what to like. I can dissect what Floyd says. Okay, this he's right here, he's right there, but he's saying this because he has an agenda. Like he ain't no different than any other fighter. All these fighters are biased and have their own views and agendas, and if they can find a way to put themselves over, they will. Floyd ain't no different.
I think you could get away with Floyd does when you have a certain type of like amount of pull, not necessarily pull, but if you have like the type of stance he has,
you can say what you want. You can say what
you can kind of, because Nicki Minaj low key kind of does the same shit. It just in a different industry. So like whenever you got the stands and you got people, because it's the stands who would really try to influence the masses, really.
Right.
Because the hardcore, like the people who know better, like King P, they, you know, we look at it like, yeah, he's right on that, right on this. I kind of feel what he's saying with this. Oh, nah, he's wrong as fuck with this. Fuck out of here with this.
I'm sure Crawford has heard. I mean, I'm sure Floyd has heard. You know, Crawford could beat Floyd or something like that. You know, and you know his ego. He loved the attention. He said he's the greatest. He made the most money. You know, all the records. He probably wouldn't want Crawford to lose before he retires. You know, I'm just saying. Knowing Floyd, you know, he doesn't want somebody.
Crawford ain't gonna be fucking like, even if Crawford never loses and he retires.
Yeah.
Like unless Crawford does beat a David Benavidez.
No way.
Like no one's gonna rank Crawford over Floyd. There's a whole bunch of people that I think beat the shit out of Floyd in a head-to-head fight.
147, yeah.
At 147, but they might not have a better career. I think Felix Trinidad beats the shit out of Floyd if there was the fight.
In their primes, yeah. At 147.
So I think Ike Corte gives Floyd everything he can fucking handle at 147.
I think Vernon Forrest will give him hell.
I think Vernon Forrest beats his ass. Shit, 147 prime Oscar gives Floyd all he can handle. Might beat him, honestly.
I pick Bud at 47, but 35 and 40, I lean towards Floyd. Floyd will win.
Too much speed
I think at welterweight, Floyd ain't fought. I don't know. I fought like Crawford at 147. I don't know.
It's like that Floyd fought some niggas, but the thing is, Floyd is from a small era of welters. The B-level welters from the older eras when welters were like real nigga sizes, pause.
Yeah.
They giving Floyd all types of problems. Because he couldn't even if he had the type of welters that Obakar had to fight, he ain't jumping up to 154.
Shit, 154, yeah. I'm just
and
saying.
that's even worse. Like, Floyd ain't beating no fucking Terry Norris, nigga.
Like Floyd's a guy. There's a few guys like that have pound for pound dominance. Like, there's some greats like Marvin Hagler that stayed at one weight. Triple G guys that stayed at one weight that are all time greats.
Yeah.
But a guy like Floyd, Oscar Canelo, you could throw Bud, especially if he gets a Ford division. Guys like that. Like guys that were never the clear best.
Yeah, they're gonna be great in like a few divisions, and then they're just very good in everything is like come on, Cotto's no great middleweight.
No.
He's decent. Like he got a belt, champion, yada yada yada. Like we're just very good. Then we'll call him very good. We're not gonna call Floyd a great junior middleweight.
I think at 130. I think 130 we use. He looked. That's where he's getting his knockouts and shit.
Yeah. Floyd was great at 130. At 135, great. 140, like 147, like. But when you start getting a 154 with him, even at 147, like it's not like you can't compare him to like these like the motherfuckers back in the 80s and 90s, like
Sugar Ray Leonard. Not Hagler. Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns, like
they beat Floyd. Duran beats Floyd
at 147. You think too?
At 147, 135, he just beats him. Like the fuck. like people trying to make it seem like Roberto Duran is like trash at 147. Like
no, he wasn't. I'm saying because you consider the greatest lightweight ever. So I'm saying.
Yeah, he got some great ass welterweight wins too, and I just look at Floyd like Floyd never fought another Castillo at 147, and the closest one to that was Madonna, and look how that went.
Maybe Cotto, yeah. I mean, 147 is when he was a little more selective. I mean, the opposition.
And Cotto ain't on no fucking Duran level, like
he ain't fought no real. I mean, just to be honest, he ain't fought no real niggas at welterweight. I'm just saying, like, if this lower weights, he was bodying African American fighters. I'm just saying, 147, mostly was kind of washed and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You still beat him.
Like, nobody's coming off the Margarito win. Yeah, a year and a half later. Yeah, okay. Cool. I mean, that's the thing. It looked like we damn nitpicking the dude, and we're not. Like, Floyd's the all-time great and shit. We're just being real. Like,
it's just more or less, Floyd opened his mouth where he shouldn't have opened his mouth.
Yeah, then you leave room for criticism for yourself when you do that. Like,
right.
Jake Paul should fight Adrian Broner next. Nah, too big. Jake Paul should at least fight Badu Jack.
Hell no.
Stop. Shuttever wants to praise his white comrade Jake Paul without discrediting him. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I don't think I've praised him. Like, Jake Paul is what he is. Like, he's doing a lot for boxing. He could do more, but it ain't on me to say he could do more because he's already doing a lot.
He made Serrano a millionaire. He's like starting a match room. Starting a promotion in Puerto Rico, opening gyms. Like he does more than good.
He's doing a lot. Like you can't hate on Jake Paul. Like the only thing you can really criticize.
He hasn't improved yet that much.
Yeah, you can criticize his boxing, his personal career. Yes, that's on the table, and that's what we did. Like, but all the other shit inside of boxing, nah. You ain't gonna fuck with a dude like that. Nah, you can't. Not if you love boxing. Tyrone Woodley took a dive to me. That punch was as real as it gets, bro. I don't know. I don't think he took a dive on that shit. Major King P, hope you have a good time, man. Mine, how Arizona niggas say that shit. Yo, I'm Cleaver, guys. Love from 602. You feel me? All right, what up? What up? Shuttleworth know the vibes. That's 3-weight jump. It's crazy for Crawford. I know, but you know, niggas say what they say. Oh, there, look who we got in the building. Joshua O, what it do? Salute RGR. Did y'all comment about the Ryan Garcia meltdowns? Nah, but you know, now that you bring it up, yeah. How y'all feel about that? Y'all think the fight gonna still be on, or they just selling it no matter what?
They're just selling it no matter what. But like I said before, I'm not high on. I think Ryan Garcia is trash. So it's like you know. So this is just some other bullshit, for him to try to get attention, or either way, anything other than showing himself actually training.
Yeah, it's about 8 weeks. You know, he should be getting. I mean, and like while we're recording, he's going through another meltdown right now. I hope it's marketing. I hope it's just up to the gimmick, but you never know. Probably not.
Damn, they try to make this a damn Lewis McCall rematch type of fight where it's just
new boxing fans, they like
fuckery all the way too.
They like the drama and the gossip, drugs and porn stars and shit. You know what I mean?
Nah, but there's good fuckery, then there's bad fuckery. Like this ain't good fuckery. This ain't like Haney Prograis was good fuckery.
Yeah, for sure.
Plant Benavidez, good fuckery. Plant Canelo, good fuckery. Like, this ain't good fuckery. This is like sad fuckery. This is.
I mean, Tank Ryan was prime, peak fuckery. I mean, it was.
Yeah, Tank Ryan was perfect fuckery. That's peak fuck. That's the fuckery.
Sold over a mil. I mean, that's why it sold over a mil for a reason,
Tank Rolly is peak is fuckery, but this shit is more like
it's cringeworthy.
Cringeworthy, like, and I haven't even been following it like that. I see this shit on some secondhand shit, and I'm feeling like, damn, this is kind of.
It'd be the funniest thing if he just randomly showed up on 420 and knocked out. I know it's not like far chance. If he even stayed, I think he might drop out the fight, but maybe he's playing possum. We'll never know.
It's too much money involved in shit. Him drop out this fight. Like they're gonna say, look, bro, you suck it up and you make that damn weight. You make that fight happen. Because niggas might be weaning themselves off of dude now, looking at it like, man, like I don't think Garcia gonna be in this for the long haul. Let him get this big money fight right now, and they're gonna honestly treat him like Broner, but more protective, like in the sense where they'll give him a big fight, he'll lose, then they give him a rebuilding fight against somebody that should beat him if dude ain't worth shit. Mm-hmm. He finds a way to win, and then he's eligible for another big fight. And I can just see that keep going until he fights all the other named fighters. They'll do that. They'll do that somehow with T.O. They'll do that with Shakur. They'll do that. Yeah, I mean, they'll just until he's just done.
Mm-hmm. And people are shocked about, if you're doing coke. I mean, all the great boxers, legends were on that nasal candy, so it's not like it's completely shocking.
Nah, don't say all. Not every fucking.
No, I'm not all. I'm saying a good amount. I'm not gonna name no names. I'm saying there's a handful, a noseful.
Your high ass can't be getting on nobody being high, nigga.
Mr. You the second press conference, he looked maybe he's playing it up, but that's weird. He was tripping out.
All them niggas look like they be in a whole triangle snorting, like
him and Austin. No, AC Slater, real quick. AC Slater, Mario Lopez looked like he was fucking the most geeked out of all them niggas, man.
Yeah, he looked like he the ringleader now. Like he looked like honestly, sometimes I feel like this some Kaiser Sose Daredevil season 1 type. It's like we always be joking about Oscar's plug, but that nigga probably the plug is in front of your face this whole time. Cause all them niggas be look like they on some shit, man. Like, damn.
I ain't heard them.
Saved by the Bell, nah, nigga.
Have y'all come across
Saved by the Work?
Have y'all come across a post in a while saying Haney's fighting a better version of Ryan? I haven't heard that in a minute. I'm just saying.
Not enough all these damn breakdowns. Niggas ain't saying that shit. Niggas just hope they fight at this point.
They're running with that for a while. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
But they, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all promoting it. The fight's on 420. The only promoting y'all need to do is just have Brian Garcia at weed dispensaries.
Weed legal in New York, right? Weed is legal out there
in New York.
That's the New York nigga.
I'm saying it's.
Oh yeah, we got that loud in the bodega.
I think it recently got legal. I know it wasn't for a while, but
Weed is legal. What are you talking about? Yes, it's legal.
Okay,
It's been legal for
to make
3 years now.
You know, everything else is illegal up in that
Listen, we are not Texas, or I don't know if weed is legal in Florida, but we're not Texas where all this other stuff.
Nah, but niggas just treat it like it's legal now, but it's only medical.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, weed is legal in New York, even for recreational purposes.
Word.
It's just y'all can't be strapped. Y'all can't have no eaters.
No.
So y'all can sell weed, but y'all can't protect it from niggas robbing y'all of it.
Okay, 2 years ago, I feel it was kind of late because I lived in Seattle. Like that was one of the first fucking places that it was legal.
Man, they do everything first in Seattle. Niggas just like minimum wage first, weed first. Like, these niggas is like.
Yeah, but also
Seattle.
Seattle. There's also hard drugs in Seattle that's legalized too. Like
that's the first place that is legal.
Cause I know part of Oregon did that red light district where hard drugs.
Well, actually, I was actually okay with Oregon doing it because then like you don't have to lock people up for stuff. Send them to rehab. Make them go to fucking rehab instead of just locking people up. Just we're just locking people up for nothing. Like really for doing drugs? No, send them to fucking rehab.
The homeless there is a super problem because it's like a smaller Seattle, but it's like a shorter roads, and it just seems like it's so bad. I thought Seattle was bad with homeless, but goddamn, Portland got a lot of fucking.
Never fought an A-level brother, Andre Berto A. Nick. God damn.
I mean, Zab, he fought, some niggas.
Is Zab A-level?
Chop Cody rocked him.
Is Chop A-level?
No, he's not A-level. Zab
I'm just saying.
Zab's
Floyd was hating on Inouye too. Man, Inouye could have a better career than Floyd, bro. No, he realistically can, honestly. Like, he could. He really could. I know people act like that shit ain't possible. You got niggas saying Devin Haney could have a better career. It's like not all these niggas really put like crazy milestones and shit. Like as we look at it now, like when we seen all these younger guys fighting younger guys now and bigger fights early, that's better. Like a lot of Floyd big fights came late, man.
I mean, Inouye's already I think probably all-time great. There's a few that are
Inouye's already an all-time great. So it's like him eventually ending up being better than Floyd or ranking higher than Floyd ain't no crazy like jumping out the window take.
Most Americans won't agree with that, but the argument will be made.
Do Inouye could fight for like 5 more years, 6 more years? Like
I think you'd have to. You think he could top out at 130 or 126 is his max?
I feel like maybe 126. If he starts playing with 130, that might be maybe like further down, but immediately, like right away, nah.
Maybe an easy lick at 130. Maybe like an easy lick at 130.
Yeah, like a money type of dangerous fight,
like
or a skilled fight, but not a dangerous fight, because there's difference.
Not a really big deal. Because 126 to 130, I'm not gonna lie, they're holding boxing down. Like 126 to 140 for the most part.
Yeah, that's facts.
Killing it. I feel like we're getting the fights we want for the most part.
That's the thing. It's like Floyd come off insecure for a lot of shit. Like if you great, bro. Like you ain't gotta keep reminding people. You ain't gotta shit on nobody else. Like
he just took a picture of Bud not too long ago, but it's ego.
Yeah, because
Floyd loves himself as much as the money, maybe the money a little bit more, but
yeah, probably the money a little bit more. Because if he didn't, he would have fought Pacquiao in 2010 or some shit.
But yeah, let's get ready to wrap this up. Because it's almost 12:30.
Yeah, I need to hit the gym. So yeah, closing thoughts.
Like I said, it was it was a good weekend for boxing for me. It was good to actually see everything live. You know, shout out to everybody. You know, shout out to Raymond 4. Shout out, definitely can't wait to see another live boxing event real soon. And that's about it. Other than you guys know what the deal is, man. We got the website, we got the YouTube. You know, like keep watching our stuff, keep sharing our stuff, keep liking our stuff, keep commenting on our stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends about us, and we can all be friends because we do this shit for y'all. And of course, you see that banner that keeps scrolling across your screen. Y'all know what to do. So I don't have to tell you that again. Ring Gang, Ring Gang is the squad, yo. We're next. We will run this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my final thought. LB.
Oh yeah. My final thoughts is stay tuned. We have more music episodes, more movie episodes, more everything. I know all the shows are back. Shogun is back.
Yep.
I don't know what day that come out.
I think it comes out today, actually.
Oh fuck! Serious?
I think it is today.
Oh wow, that'd be nice. Like that'd be something to watch when I come back from the gym. But yeah, that BMF is back. Tokyo Vice is still on point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot of fly shit. We'll probably have some reviews, when they finish and everything. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and YouTube. Still got little training clips posted up. Yeah, got some nice ones. Salute Deontay for commenting on the most recent one. We out here, it's beautiful out here, it's South Florida, niggas be really trying to get here to, enjoy what we got. So, we're gonna start showcasing more of the scenery and beautiful shit in Florida when you get this little training content popping off. So yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to this Friday. I might. Is that pay-per-view?
Of course.
Yeah, I might end up missing that shit. That like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing at that point. That's a weird time. 3:00 Friday afternoon for a fight. And y'all niggas be mad at Inoue in the morning. Like, fuck out of here. Like, at least I'd rather have to wake up early than this out of the way instead of you cutting off meetings and work and school, or you skipping or leaving the block or whatever the fuck to see some shit right in the afternoon on a Friday. Like, the fuck? Like, but whatever. It's a good fight regardless. But yeah, that's it. More content on the way. I'm trying to drop some shit this week. We celebrating Ring Gang. Got a lot of birthdays coming up, so definitely gotta hold it down for the crew this week. So we're gonna be putting on a lot of throwback content. Trying to have some new shit as well this week. So y'all just stay tuned, keep rocking with us. Salute Prolific Genius, DZ, Clanarchy, Rome Top 5, PJ the Fight Architect.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's get it. This is that Ring Gang, National Ring Gang Week. So, show love on them retweets and shares and likes, comments, all that shit. So, you know what it is.
Word. Ayo, King P, your final thoughts?
Good weekend of boxing. We got the fight of the year. I made me some money. So, all is right with the world when I'm making some money. So,
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Let's hope for some more good fights. And you know what it is. You know where to find us at ringgangradio.com. We got more content coming. Just be on the lookout. You know where to find us at YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, ringgangradio.com. You know what I'm saying? We up. So great weekend of boxing. And also salute to Sting, who had wrestled his final match this weekend. Motherfucker was wrestling before I was born and just finished up yesterday. So he is retired for good. So salute to the icon and the legend, Sting. So
word.
that's all I got to say about that.
Salute.
Pilot, what about you?
What can I say? Good episode today. We got a fight of the year contender, and I'd say a fight we'll remember, like an instant classic almost. This year already. So hopefully, next week's good. This coming week's good, and Thurman Zoo and everything in between. But shouts out to everybody. Where it is, Ring Radio.
There we go. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine if Bill Haney was trainer of the year? Shuttleworth, that a new no, I've had it about a year. It's not brand new. I just keep shit looking new. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like light skin TVs, just they stay cleaner than most TVs, nigga.
It was so stupid, yo.
Lloyd was jealous of Devin 82 at one point because he left TMT. He started with Floyd first. Oscar De La Hoya cross-dressing his Canelo Bay. Fuck my imagination. Why did I imagine that shit? Like, it's disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
y'all just ruined me, son. Like, jeez.
But
All right. No more comments from your ass. That's it.
So yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpio, New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King People Dagopy, and for Conscious Pilot, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Tell everyone.